Welcome. The structural system of the Washington Heights Library is carried out by its brick masonry load-bearing walls with arches following Romanesque typology, and a grid of steel columns and beams transferring the load from each floor slab down to the foundation. In plan, the columns and beams highlighted in red follow a clear orthogonal pattern even though the building outline is a parallelogram with tilted sides on east and west ends. On every floor, there are a series of apertures on the west and south facade as the beams intersect with load-bearing walls between them. In addition, the array of columns also serve as the spatial divider of the interior space. As you can see in the first floor plan, all the service areas, including elevator, staff lounge, staircase, and enclosed spaces like toilets, are arranged along the upper half of the library, while the lower portion is left wide open for public reading programs. Load-bearing walls also take the role of enclosing spaces to form vertical cores that run throughout the building, like a fire case on the southeastern corner, a flue, and a dumbwaiter well on the northeastern corner. Starting from the second floor, a square shape of the wall is cut away to create a vertical ventilation well on the north side of the building. On the floor above, the wall is set back even further to generate a roof terrace with additional windows to introduce more light into the north side third floor. In both the short and long sections of the library, the structural pattern of columns and load-bearing walls can also be seen as most components aligned from top to bottom to form a continuous load path. You can also clearly see how the W section beams within each floor slab are arranged according to a grid pattern. However, the dimensions and spacing of the beams could vary in certain places to achieve maximum load carrying capacity or structural efficiency. For example, shallower beams are placed at the uppermost floor or the edge of each slab since there would be less load acting on these areas. Some connection points between floor slabs and walls are especially designed to accommodate special situations. On the third floor, where the setback load-bearing wall meets the balcony floor, two deep W-section beams are added into the slab since there are no columns or structural wall right below to support it. Similarly, on the second floor, where the ventilation well meets the floor slab, two groups or double beams are added to reinforce the connections to prevent the floor slab from buckling. Last but not least, both the north facade shown in the short section and the east facade shown in the long section demonstrates the thickening of the load-bearing wall on the lower level of the building, where all the weight from the floors above accumulate down. Thank you.